Hey, it's me, Bree again. Honestly, kept forgetting to do another one of these on the weekend, but it's time for another scuffed one. Last time I think I said a bunch of stuff. Like, I'm sorry, I'm reading this off. I can't pretend that it's all genuine at this point. But last time I did say, let's say last time I did say a bunch of stuff. Like, I'll get a new monitor. I'll start three. I'll start season 3 of Nanaha, and I'll play a lot of Minecraft. Two of those happened. No Nanaha, but the monitor's here and it's working good, and Minecraft is great. Um, I basically just did a lot of aesthetic stuff for my house in Minecraft. It's still a little scuffed. I like making weird little hovels, and I actually took a bit of video for this because I don't think I design houses in crafting games that well, but I have fun with it. And my friend Sarah moved the server to an activate when people are on type provider for hosting, and that's because she was manually hosting it, and we all got kind of distracted by Monster Hunter Wilds. So I haven't gone as hard as some of my friends, but it has been a great time. People online think it's too easy. I don't really care. Hunts are fast. I think that's fine. Um, if anything, I might just be used to the fact that the hunts that felt long in World were all like my learning hunts, and like the challenging hunts. And in Wilds, it's just like this is the base content of the game, and I just don't expect that. At least like compared to World. Um, I think if you have previous experience in the game, it might be more jarring. Previous experience in the franchise, really, because I don't know what it was like before, like DLC and content updates really took over the scene. But for me, I beat the story. I pretty much beat like all the fellas in the game right now, and I had a great time. I've been playing Great Sword. I honestly have not used another weapon in the main game. I used like the hunting horn in beta, and it was okay. But like, I think there's like something I missed about it compared to Worlds, and Great Sword just clicked really well with like the focus system, and then the way you're able to direct your attacks so easily. It made it really easy to do stuff like wake up spacing with the triple charge attack, and it's just really easy to whiff the first two and then direct the third one directly onto that noggin without even really worrying about the proper spacing or anything. Um, so I have been on that. And I think my biggest thing is that decoration farming seems way more pleasant than in World. So I played World playing Gunlance, and I did not get an artillery decoration until I was around 200 hours into the game. And that was like when I was like getting ready to do Elytrion, um, when I was doing like guiding land stuff in Iceborne. And the big thing is just that it seems like it's way easier to get the baseline decorations you might need to get a build online. And then it's just the min maxing that is the grind point now. And I think that's wonderful. I like having the grind be optional, but I hate when it's, oh, you have to grind to get a good feel. So I'm really happy with that. I almost forgot to mention this. I also beat the last, like third of Fly Night, and it was really cool. I think the final boss was not like super intense, and I'm like, is that a motherfucking Dark Souls reference? Having a kind of chill last fight compared to some of the preceding fights, but I I just say that as a joke. I don't play that much Dark Souls. I only played the original and Bloodborne. And what else have I done? I got these two very chill games. One of them is called Golf It. It's just a mini golf game. Some of the stages seem messed up and evil, but the other ones that are good are great. And Bunny found this like workshop map where it's this mini golf game, but they made it a trivia level, and that was fun. So we got trivia tricks, and that was fun. It's like you take two nerds who used to do like quiz bowl type stuff, and you deprive them from that for enough years, and they will just like jump at the opportunity to do trivia. I got back into Risk of Rain 2 with Rhodey, and that's been a great time. Um, we didn't play a ton, but it's neat seeing the DLC now that it's in like a state where people aren't actively raving about it online, or like I guess ranting more than raving. Ranting and raving. I feel like raving kind of has like a positive vibe, but I'm not sure why I feel that. Anyways, uh, besides that, my old friend group also started being active together again, which meant I had less free time, and that's part of why I forgot to do this. I've known them since I was a kid, and we hopped on Apex Legends again. It's been like our staple game for ages now, because we hopped on PUBG when that was new, but then Apex was just way more our speed generally. Um, so we did that. We hopped on Abiotic Factor, and I've been really enjoying that. It's got that like SCP Half Life vibe, and I picked the farmer class. I forget what it's called, but if you put a farmer class in front of me in a little survival crafter, I'm gonna try to tend to my garden. And I just have my tomatoes right now because I don't think I have any other type of plant. So that's where I'm at. The big thing is just that like it was kind of scarier than I expected, but not in like the classic survival crafter surprise way, where like oh you'll scream and shout while playing Minecraft. Just like I think it's just like kind of an intrinsically more horror setting on account of its theming. But Minecraft is scary, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And then we also tried playing Civ 6 today, but it was pretty buggy, and there were frequent disconnect reload things going on, so we didn't do much. Then in the last few weeks, I also did a few other things because I just I just had more time to do stuff. I most recently watched the movie Escape from New York. I loved it. I don't know what it is with this era of older John Carpenter movies and being like conscious about class and society in like a way that is just also very casual. I'm not sure if that's the best way to put it, but the the ending of the movie really tied everything together for me really well. And I was very happy to watch it. It was one of my favorite movies I've seen since like 12 Angry Men. And I'll say it, Fast and the Furious 7 was mid. The ending with Paul Walker is corny, and I wasn't really a fan. I think like all of this shit where oh they're driving the car from like this like rich Saudi prince or whatever, like I don't care, man. I liked parts of the movie, but then like other parts just fall flat for me. They should have stopped at Fast Five. Children of the Corn 4, not as good as Urban Harvest. Children of the Corn 3, so much better than Children of the Corn 4. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Um, Children of the Corn 4 does have some merits, but it's mostly like the cast that was probably extremely underpaid kind of over delivered compared to what they were paid for. And the last movie I saw in this period, not last as in most recent, but last I mentioned, was Prometheus. And I really didn't mind Prometheus. I feel like people have been mad about it online in such a way that I expected it to be a really bad movie. So when it was just fine, I was like really pleasantly surprised by it. So it's kind of like it kind of got the easy slam dunk for me. No, that's kind of overhyping it. It got like an easy. I don't even know. They scored like a bonus point kick. Like I don't know. Like something that's like kind of mild. I don't know how to overhype it with a sports analogy. How not to overhype it rather, but just perfectly fine movie. I really liked Michael Fassbender's role in it. Um, a lot of the other core characters didn't appeal to me as much, but I just mostly don't like the whole like you're a stinky robot bit. Even though like I get it, it just doesn't feel appropriate with how Michael Fassbender's character was in this movie. I felt like he was a real fun guy. And also watched some anime, and this is the last real thing that I have for the reflection. Um, I forgot to mention it last time, but I do watch anime with Bunny every week, usually. And I love following either a few currently airing series or series that have already aired and just watching like one or two episodes every week because something about having the variety and usually at least something being really good, even if some of the whole roster is mid, really appeals to me. Right now, we have really good ones. Like, there are probably four shows right now that I'm really enjoying, but 100 GFs, it feels weird to say it out loud. 100 Girlfriends? Hyakano? I don't know. I think that's what it's called in Japanese short term. Hyakano for like 100 Kanojo. Yeah. Anyways. I really like it. The premise is really goofy, but it's just a really sweet rom com, and I think that's completely fine for me. Um, but that's kind of underselling it. I think that a lot of rom coms are afraid to go extremely hard with the rom and the com, and 100 GS like kind of pushes both to 11, where the main character is just this like almost like mythical figure of just like doing literally anything for love, and then the girls are just like obviously moved by that and then affected by it, you know? And their interactions with each other also play into a lot of what I like about it. Anyways, I shouldn't dwell on it, but I think it's a great series. And then Sororo Utility is just a show about this little nerd gamer girl getting into golf and like making new friends, finding out new things about herself, having new experiences, and just being this like sweet little noob. And I think that's wonderful. It's definitely not my favorite series in the whole like cute girl hobby anime like sort of niche, but it's probably one of my favorites since at least the DIY anime a few years ago. Like I don't think anything could really necessarily beat do it yourself easily in my heart, but Sorority Utility does great, and it's only gotten better as the series progresses and the character dynamics deepen and everything just blends together really well. I think they have cooked a wonderful anime. And this last week, it felt like it was gonna be the last episode. I'm not the one who looks at what episode we're on because Bunny just puts it up for me, and I was so surprised when I saw the episode preview, and I was like, oh yeah, next week episode 12, because it just has such a finale vibe. Anyways, going on to goals for this week, or like that sounds kind of ambitious. It's not that ambitious. Just I don't have a better word for it, so I will say it. Goals for this week. I should put Nanaha on the back burner a little bit and watch Uma Musume season 3 and the movie so I could talk about them with Rhodey. I love season 2, and knowing what was going on was really fun when I would get sent screenshots and stuff like that. So I have to binge it one of these days to get back ahead. And I'm thinking about buying a mini PC for a project, but I want to be more confident and research what I need more. But I'm so tempted by this one that's like $160 and it seems like a decent deal. But I know if I just like pull the trigger on everything, like I'll just have shit that I don't know how to use properly. Or stuff that like I'd have to find a new project to do with if it's like not appropriate. And it's just like I'd rather measure twice, purchase once, because I hate returning things. But that's not a big deal for now. I'm just continuing to research those mini PCs because I think they're neat. And since I'm not using it for gaming, I don't have to be that worried about the specs or anything. And I guess like theoretically, if I don't like completely wipe it, wipe its OS to some non-standard thing, I would also be able to use it as a backup computer if issues ever came up with mine, or if I was traveling somewhere or something maybe. No, I think I would need a monitor for that. I'll have to think about it, but if I ever need a backup, I'm sure it would do fine. And I'm also replacing my microphone for the first time in probably about 2 or 3 years. I had a Razer Siren Mini. I don't know what came over me. I don't know why I bought it. It was not the microphone I needed. No offense to Razer. I'm not really a fan of the brand, but there was nothing wrong with this microphone. I still have it. It's just didn't fit my use case, and so now I'm out here thinking like, oh geez, what am I doing? And that sounds kind of vague, but um, it's weird looking at microphones when I have been using this $7 lapel mic that I just wire up to my headphone cable for like 2 years now. And this $7 mic is definitely kind of surprising in value, but depending on how well I edit this, you'll also hear like the popping and scratching just from it rubbing against my shirt or something like that. So there's ups and downs to it, and um, I'm just looking for a little bit better audio fidelity just while I'm on voice calls all the time and everything like that. Since I do have a very online social life. And other than that, right now I'm just in the depths of the dark anticipation of the work week. It's kind of a weird way to put it, but the day before the work week starts, I just get pessimistic near the end of the night, like, oh, I'm almost out of me time. It's almost work time. But once I go in tomorrow and start building momentum again, it passes before I know it, and then eventually the week passes before I really know it. It's not so bad, but our society is just sick and twisted. Who invented the fucking 5-day work week? It should be 4-3 maximum. I'm a hater though. I also previously worked 12-hour shifts in a warehouse 4 days a week, and that's also not it. So, if any warehouse owners are listening to this, come up with a better schedule than 4 by 12, because that shit sucks. Anyways, I can keep hoping that society undergoes some sort of massive restructuring, but not very likely, I guess. And yeah, I guess my hope for this week is that I keep finding these things that bring me a lot of joy, and I keep doing good about using my time better now that I'm employed. Because it definitely does make the time I have for myself feel more precious. And I'm really feeling that. And it's somewhere between stressing me out and making me feel kind of relieved. because I'm like, oh, this is what can happen when I have a bit of pressure on me, as opposed to like when I'm unemployed. But 40-hour work weeks are just too much, man. Like, who invented this shit? I'm that Henry Ford guy or whatever. We gotta get rid of him. Somebody's gotta. No. Anyways, that's all I had for this week. Thanks again for listening. It's always fun to just kind of talk to myself. Good job, team.